Hello, I'm Marcus Boston. Quick educational video, and today we are going to talk about causation and birth trauma and medical malpractice cases. The reason that I'm shooting this video today is because this is a really important issue that you have to understand, and it really stems from an understanding of a bad result does not necessarily mean that something is medical malpractice. And this came up in a deposition that I was recently a part of. And causation is an element that we have to prove not only in birth trauma cases, and I'm talking about brain injured newborns or injuries like that at birth, but this holds true even in medical malpractice cases when we're talking about surgery. As a matter of fact, causation is something that is required in all personal injury cases when you're talking about from a injury standpoint and you're looking at negligence. The four basic elements for negligence are duty, breach of duty, causation, that third element, and damages. And so for causation, when we're talking about cases like this, we have to have medical experts who will testify and who will give opinions. They will give medical opinions, and these opinions have to show that the cause of the injury is something that the doctors that this was something that the doctors or the other medical professionals, that is something that they did. They are the cause of the injury. If there is another cause of the injury and it's outside of what the doctors and the nurses did, then you're going to have problems more than likely in your case. So the purpose of today's video is to help you understand that we've got to be able to lock down causation. We have to be able to explain causation in these types of cases, and this is holding true specifically in the birth trauma context. So if you've got an HIE issue, which is hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, or if you've got a CP issue or meconium aspiration syndrome, and there's some things that happen during labor and delivery, you've got to be able to get in that record, and you've got to be able to show that it was something that the doctors or the nurses, something that they failed to do, which is what caused the injury. Now, there's also things on standard of care and things of that nature, but for the purpose of this video today, you've got to understand that causation is something that the plaintiff, the person bringing the case, it is our responsibility to be able to prove causation. This is one reason why when individuals contact me specifically for birth trauma cases, that I always say we need to do an investigation. We need to be able to take a look at the fetal heart strips. We need to be able to look to see whether there are sonograms done. We need to be able to know what was mom's prenatal history. We need to be able to understand how well the baby was tolerating vaginal delivery. What happened when the baby was born? Was the baby blue in color, meconium present? All of these things, we need to be able to do an investigation because we have to be able to nail down these elements. We've got to be able to show causation. We've got to be able to show that it was something that the doctors or the nurses, like I said earlier, they failed to do, which is what caused the injury. This is why I took the time today to explain this to you, because this is very important if you're thinking about moving forward in a birth trauma or a medical malpractice case. You have to be able to understand causation, and this is why, like I said, I stress doing a good investigation on the front end so we can give you a good opinion and a good legal opinion as to how we think the case stands. If you have questions for me, you want to talk with me about what you've got going on, there's a telephone number down below. Go ahead and pick up the phone and call me. I speak with families all the time in regards to birth trauma issues. I talk with families all the time about that, and this is something that I would be happy to take some time and listen to your story. One other thing, I practice law here in the state of Maryland. If you have questions about what's going on and you're not in Maryland, you've got to understand that I have to use what we call co-counsel or local counsel. That is an attorney in your state to help push everything through. So I just want to make sure that you understand that co-counsel aspect of things. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorneys practicing law here in the state of Maryland at Boston Law Group, LLC. And we will see you next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.